how do you build a winning, productive, efficient team for your business? So again, now hopefully you've got a team underneath you. If you're looking to employ team members and that type of thing, it always needs to be done strategically because at the end of the day, if you're a one-man band, there's always going to be a limit as to how much your business can earn. And then again, if you are a one-man band, there's nothing wrong with that. We've all started that way. But in order for you to scale, in order for you to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, build the life that you want, it will need people. You will need to build out a team. So some of the years, obviously, I've made lots of mistakes over the years. I've I've employed some fantastic people. I've also employed some terrible people. And again, each one of those, you've always got to be looking back and thinking, right, well, where did I drop the ball? What can I do next time to improve? I think main things that we need to be looking out for is, are they buying into the 9 to 5 or whatever your working hours are, or are they buying into the mission of the business? Now, a lot of good things about being an entrepreneur is if it's your baby, your business, you've built it from, scratch like most entrepreneurs, you've got a lot of pride in it, then it normally comes across what the main aim, what the mission is for that business. And the main aim or mission shouldn't just be to earn X amount of money per month or per year. It should have a deeper meaning, definitely. So things that you need to be watching out for with team members, you need to get rid of anybody that's clock watching. Definitely. Anybody that's just turning up a minute before they're supposed to, anybody that's, pretty much packed up, ready and just looking at the clock at 4:58, 4:59, and then shot out the door at 5 o'clock or whatever the time is. Those are the ones that you need to be aware of because obviously the heart's not in it. Now, I'm not saying you want them to be coming into work earlier and staying later and so on because obviously that's unfeasible, but you want them to be able to pitch in when you need them to. You want them to be able to pick up some hours or do some extra things when obviously the business needs. But again, I think there's a hiring and firing video I put on the YouTube channel, and I speak to my mentees a lot about this. Building up your team is integral. It's important because if you're putting the right people in the right places and it's autonomous, you're building this. How can I say it now? This self-running company, fantastic. If you just putting bums on seats and getting somebody to tick boxes and so on, then it's a different thing. So you always need to be thinking, right, well, what's the vision here? What do I want this person to do? What are the, I suppose, career progressions for this person? If I'm looking to get a young person, you know is it really cost effective? Am I just going to be stepping over pounds to pick up pennies because getting a young person is going to be cheaper, but yet they're not going to have the experience that I need and so on. So again, building out each layer of your team is definitely important, and you always need to be definitely first of all listening to your gut about that particular person. And a classic one for me was if they turned up to the job interview, and they were running a few minutes late. That was a big one for me. That definitely. Now, of course, I've been late, but I think to myself, if I really wanted a job and I really wanted to impress my particular employer, I'd make sure that I was there at least 15, 20, 30 minutes early, maybe an hour early, and just to make sure I'm definitely there, prepared, ready. And another key one was if they're ever calling in sick on the first week or during the trial period, that should be, they're already on rocky ground there, and I've made that mistake before where you think, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, then it just bites you in the backside in a few months' time, really, because you've set the bar too low. So yeah, make sure that you keep building out your team. Definitely, your part then as your business grows is to train your team members, make sure they're doing things properly, make sure they're doing things effectively. You're continually pulling them on track because it should really be pretty much everybody should be looking the same way. I remember reading in a book once, I don't know if it was on one of Covey's or Built to Last or something like that, and it said that after they've done this study that 5 out of 11 people, that was it, in a particular company, because I always remember using it as like a football example, 5 people out of 11 tend not to really know the direction the company's going in and what their role is in that company. So again, if you've got 5 people, near enough 50% of a football team not knowing exactly what to do, it doesn't take a genius to work out the results there, does it? Or what chances they've got of being successful. So as you start to grow yourself, as you start to improve your mindset, as you start to improve you as an asset, you should be growing your team definitely so that they can carry the torch, they can improve. And again, you want them to be as self reliant and go getter, self starter as much as possible. I always liked employing black belts. Obviously, I'm going to be a little bit biased, but they tend to be go-getters. They tend to be punctual, reliable. I've got good respect. I've got a good work ethic. You know, that was my take on it. I think pretty much because most of my employees, team members were. It was like a 3 or 4 year interview period, especially when you've seen them from white belt moving upwards and you get to know the parents as well. That tells you a lot about people. Anyway, I hope this video helped some people. And just again, another little reminder, make sure that you're building your team well, and don't hire because you're busy for a particular week or a month. You should hire strategically based on when you achieve X amount of clients or X amount in revenue, or when we've achieved this milestone. Not, oh no, we've taken on this big thing. It's a little bit busy. We need to employ people, because then as soon as that contract's gone and it goes back down to the normal work rate, then what do you do with those extra people that you've employed? So yeah, I hope it helps people. Again, running a business has so many facets really. It's not just about marketing. It's not just about looking after a client, keeping the client, or gaining the client at first. There's lots of other elements to it. The team, are they managing the time properly? The P&L side of things. There's so many areas you need to keep your eye on. But if you're educated, if you're knowledgeable up here, if you've got a mentor, definitely, who's been there before and done it, that will without a doubt help you. If you've seen any more of my videos, you know that I always say one of the worst mistakes I ever made, but again, you don't know what you don't know, was sitting on the fence for about 6 or 7 years thinking I could do it all on my own, and not wanting to invest in the mentor in case I got ripped off and it was, I'd lost my money. But I couldn't have been further from the truth. As soon as I invested in a mentor, my business started to go like that. As soon as I invested in a property mentor years ago, the property and cash flow business went like that as well. So investing in a mentor isn't an expense, it is an investment. And any decent mentor, like any decent accountant or tax advisor, should, save you more than what you're actually paying in tax and so on. Same with a mentor. Whatever they cost you per month, per year, you should be gaining that back if you're listening to them. That's the key thing. And any of my mentees watching this, make sure you're listening to the things that we say during, the group sessions, the mastermind sessions, the one-to-ones. If we're having one-to-ones, you need to listen but also implement. Good luck. Keep taking steps further forward. If you are interested in building your ideal life, releasing your potential, you're capable of more, you're scratching the surface of what's possible or what you can do, then get in touch. Okay, I work with driven, committed entrepreneurs, and I want to help them exponentially grow their profits, like I've done for lots of my mentees. But I also ultimately want to help them build their ideal life and build a successful life for them and their family. Good luck. Keep taking steps further forward, everybody, and all the best. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Good luck.